I'm just commenting that Trimet didn't delete our the chat over in their board meeting. This is a first. Usually they've been deleting anything we have to say, but it's still there, unbelievably. All right, so let's see if we can do a little bit more of this clown show. I have to see it. I have to watch this, whether I like it or not, and I don't like watching it. Believe me.
So what's changed, right? I just want all of you to know, the board and the staff, how humbled and proud I am to have served on this board with all of you and worked with all of you. And frankly, all the other board members with whom I had the pleasure to work over the last few years. And I want to just mention them because I think it's important. My predecessor, Rick Van Beveren from Washington County, was a class guy.
It's funny that he's mentioning that because Kit Sauber threw Rick Van Beveren. I was there. I watched all of this. He threw him off the board completely and replaced him with Warner. I mean, I was embarrassed for Rick.
Spent a lot of time on this, on Trimet. Steve Clark.
Oh,
Tiffany Schweitzer.
Steve Clark was terrible. Tiffany Schweitzer wasn't so bad, but Lane Jensen got her kicked off the board.
The late Dr. T. Allen Bethel, who I missed greatly. Joe Esmond, Craig Crosser, and then, of course, the guy who came on the board at the same time as I did, Travis Stovall, and now the mayor of.
That pontificator is over. The people of Gresham are stuck with that guy. He won by 12 votes.
Of Gresham, and I may have missed somebody there, but I just you folks all need to be recognized for the hard work and effort that they put on this Trimet board. And as you just I found out, I worked in transportation most of my career, but you probably don't know I worked with Trimet, many general managers, and many boards on projects, big and small, over those years.
Yes, you were an insider. You were one guy that knew everybody on the inside. That's for damn sure.
And I want you to know that I believe you, I'm talking about the board, who's volunteered to serve, are critical to Trimet's success. And I want to thank you all publicly for your service and your hard work.
Well,
you are here because, as you just said, we all believe in public transit and its role in helping provide needed transportation services for economic opportunity, recreation,
yep, right, sure you do. Yep.
And just getting to where we need to go. And as you know too well, your service is not without controversy or public disagreement. And however, I passionately believe in this state's reliance on appointed commissions to help guide policies and priorities of agencies and special districts like Trimet. And for the new board members,
he believes in appointing commissions. He likes cronyism. He likes the crony system. It's worked well for him. Look at all these jobs this guy's had. This guy's done very well as a government crony. He's got a huge pension. The government is owned by these people. Okay, you have to understand. This is really important that you understand. Government is not there for you. It's there for them. He's the man that's made a fortune working in it. He's the man that has a giant pension now. It's not me who drove that bus. I'm lucky they gave me anything. He's the one that profits. McFarland's the one that profits. Fred Hanson's the one that profits. Those people are the one that make the real money.
You're going to hear from some interest groups that this board should be an elected body, and I want to say I think that would be a mistake. You're here because of your known qualifications.
Yeah, see, he vocally supports cronyism. And it's the worst form of government possible. The worst form of government you can have is appointed government. The career technocracy is the greatest danger to us of all of the government functions. It's the career technocrats, the unelected technocracy. That's the greatest danger to the rest of us citizens here. And he, of course, supports that because he's done very well by it.
Your expertise, your relationships with the community you serve, and frankly, just what you bring to this board. And I've always been impressed by the people who have been selected to serve on the Trimet board and other boards throughout the state. And I'm very impressed, and for all of you who are willing to take on this task for nothing more than a free transit pass, and people don't realize that.
Yeah, they get like Travis Stovall, okay? They get a springboard to other things. Everybody knows that this is a springboard. It's a cronyism thing. You've got to be an insider to get on this board. It's not something that you can. You all need the governor to like you, or you don't get on here. Let's not, they're all gushing about how great they are, but let's be honest. Those of us out here watching these elites, we know who you are, and maybe nobody can see this but me and a few people, but at least I know who you are, and you can watch what I think anytime you want. Of course, you don't want to see that because it doesn't line up with your worldview.
Limit of our remuneration. So over the last 9.5 years, this board and prior boards have dealt with many tough issues and made thoughtful and what I would consider sometimes brave decisions on policies, budgets, and services. And I could list all of these decisions. You mentioned some of them in that resolution, and thank you for that. But it's the board's responsibility, and it wasn't just it was the full board that did those things. And if it's not obvious to you guys yet, you will be confronting several new challenges in the next few years. Recovering ridership, safety and security, just funding, I think, of how you do transportation, and design of a new system to really meet the new economic and land use models that I think the COVID has put on us is going to be a challenge. But I know you're up to the challenge. And so I want you to know you may see me providing testimony at your public forum, at one of your public meetings sometimes in the future. And as you said, please feel free to call me anytime. What I said to Lori was just remember you get what you pay for. And so it's pretty cheap advice, but I will give you as best advice I can. And I do want to continue to be helpful and support the board and the Trimet staff. Your success is unbelievably important for our future, and so I want to thank all of you. So thanks again, and I appreciate the recognition today.
Okay, goodbye, Bruce. See you later. Get out of here now. Adios, amigo.
So with that, we're going to go back to our regular agenda.
Go. Oh, we're not done yet.
Mr. General Manager, I think it's time for the board for the General Manager's report.
Okay, here we go. Let's hear how this goes. Come on, where are you?
Okay, thank you, President Warner.
Now that you eliminate anything bad that's happened over the month, all the real bad shit that goes on that we hear on the scanner, that never gets brought up at these board meetings. Because that doesn't count to them. This is all about capital projects for these people. I mean, he's got millions and millions and millions of dollars going out the door today. And yet bus service is still cut. So, I mean, it's a joke, okay? We know this is a joke.
I would like to say also, as coming on and being selected by the board, I want to just thank you for your leadership and your commitment and dedication to Trimet, to our region, to our customers. I know over the last 12 months, you have led us through the board and the organization in the uncertain period of time with COVID, the wildfires, all of the smoke, all of our projects that we've taken on. So I want to just say thank you for your leadership. I really appreciate that and appreciate everything that you've provided.
I get so tired of the mutual dick sucking on the, if they could just avoid the dick sucking, you might be able to get through these board meetings, but this never-ending cheerleading is so tiring. Okay, it's just so tiring to have to listen to this never-ending cheerleading for how great you are. God.
To us. So thank you for that. So I want to start off by saying good morning to all of you, members of the board, President Warner. Thank you all for being here today. I want to start off this morning sharing some timely information to you in response to our COVID-19 pandemic, our May ridership report, and then I want to touch bases on a partnership with the City of Portland about providing free rides over the 4th of July weekend.
Oh boy.
I will share efforts to immediately reduce the Trimet's carbon footprint and review with you our quarterly performance report. And then finally, recognizing and celebrating this year's Operators of the Year. So I'll start off by beginning with an update on COVID. Like everyone else, we are watching the state's vaccination rate. I watched it last night. We're at about 68.8%. Once the state vaccination rate reaches 70%, which may be the days away, Governor Brown has said that she will lift most of our restrictions.
Yeah, I have a real problem with we're being dictated to by dictators. I hope people understand this. We've lost our freedoms, okay? It's gone. They want you to get a shot, or they won't let you. They're demanding you comply with their edicts. This is much bigger than the disease. What's going on here is much bigger than any goddamn COVID disease. This is about control, and they've just stripped away all of our freedoms now. Who the fuck is Governor Brown to tell you what you can do and what you can't do? Christ, it's just somebody. So 69% are vaccinated, and she's not going to open up. Well, we need another 1%.
That's here. So we expect that will mean for Trimet ending the capacity limits on our buses and on our trains.
You better end them already.
And removing requirements from social distancing.
It's about time.
However, we will need to wait and see on the outcome. But it's also important to note again that masks are and will be required on.
And they're not required. It's the source of unbelievable problems on the transit system. You can't enforce it, so it's just led to this incredible chaos. We hear it on the scanner. It's just chaos over the masks. And I blame government for that also. Every single move of government seems to be to want to create chaos in our lives.
Our buses and trains, and also at what's identified as transportation hubs per the TSA. And a transportation hub includes our transit centers and our rail stations.
Yeah, I don't understand. You can go into Costco, Walmart without a mask, but somehow transit centers are not the same as Walmart, Costco, Fred Meyer. Somehow these people are different. It's like blatant discrimination. They're blatantly discriminating against the transit riders here. Now, why is that? Why would they say that it's okay for everybody to go into the Costco without a mask, but you got to wear your mask on public transit? What's that all about? What is that all about? That seems like a clear lack of equity there.
It also includes our private facilities, such as our operating and maintenance facilities and our administrative headquarters. So we are easing some of the mask restrictions for our employees currently, and among them are our MAX light rail operators along in the cab of the light rail vehicle, and also our bus operators along on the bus. That's not at a transportation hub. They could remove their masks.
Ridiculous.
So like much of the state of Oregon and much of the country, we feel that we're gradually getting back to life as we once knew it. Although we do have to continue some precaution to keep each other safe, and we will continue to offer those free masks on board for anyone that needs them. Since the pandemic began, Trimet has distributed approximately 6 million masks. And I would like to just personally thank all of our employees, especially those on the front line and
No,
mission critical staff.
you've given them nothing. No bonuses. No nothing. You've given them zero. Words don't count.
By just coming into work and ensuring our customers and our personnel are supported. You have really helped our customers get where they need to go safely. And I can also speak from all of us that our employees have inspired us with
Oh,
their
God.
strength and resiliency.
Hey, Deke, I hope you're listening to this. Our employees have inspired us. Holy shit.
And the commitment to come in every day and make sure that they keep our region.
They came in every day for one reason, dude.
As I transition
Money.
over to
They came in for one reason, money.
the May 2021 ridership report, want to let you know that for the month of May, we provided more than 3.57 million rides. Our weekly system ridership nearly increased about 33% from May of 2020. So I want to reference that, and then I'm going to reference pre-COVID, which is May of 2019. Yet our May ridership was still down more than 57% from when you compare May 2019 or the pre-pandemic levels to today. On our bus, ridership was down about 55% from May of 2019.
And they're still leaving riders behind, okay? They don't have the capacity to meet the 55% less ridership, okay?
And then our max ridership is down about 65%.
If they're down 65%, and they hardly got cut at all. There was no cuts there. Such hypocrisy and lies.
West is down as well, currently at 76%. Over the month of May, we had a 33rd Curves Max Improvement Project. It was a 9-day project, and we replaced almost 2,600 feet of rail during that month. And the key here is that this is going to boost overall reliability of our system.
There it is. It's going to boost reliability. Nothing boosts your reliability. Nothing. It's always unreliable. I've been following this shit for 15 years, and nothing has boosted your reliability. Nothing.
System, and also it's going to improve the riding experience for our riders. So we are looking at it, and we're implementing marketing strategies really to look at how we recover ridership and move forward. So next, I have an exciting announcement for the 4th of July holiday weekend. Trimet, as well as the Portland streetcar, we will not be collecting fares for July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And this means that people can ride our buses, our MAX vehicles.
Well, that's unbelievable. I mean, they never give away anything in this agency. That's unbelievable. They never let anybody ride for free ever, except for they used to, on New Year's Eve. That was it.
And our lift paratransit vehicles for free during the holiday weekend. We are working in partnership alongside of the city of Portland to encourage people to get back out and enjoy our community. And also we're going to do this across the region. So we are reporting this, we are promoting this across our district and all 3 counties. So not only here in Portland, but again, all 3 counties that we are moving forward this promotional over the holiday weekend. Now, I should mention that there may be capacity limits on board our buses, but that's something that we want you to make sure that you keep an eye out as we move through this planning here.
So they're making it free, but there's still capacity limits. In other words, it's a setup to leave people stranded.
Okay, so as I transition to talk a little bit about the 100% renewable energy, I want to briefly touch on this. This is something that
Maybe you can explain how this is anything. I don't really understand any of this. You know, they had their wind-powered, remember the wind-powered marketing campaign? The bus was going to be powered by the wind. Remember that?
I shared last week at our special board meeting. As of June 1st, Trimet has taken a step that immediately reduces our carbon footprint by more than 25%. We've moved to an all renewable electricity to power our MAX system and then all of our Trimet-owned facilities, as well as our electric buses. And by supporting renewable energy, we expect to avoid more than 54 million pounds of greenhouse gas emissions in just 1 year's time. And if you put that in perspective, that's like taking more than 5,300 cars off the road. I really appreciate PGE, Pacific Power, and our Climate Solutions for joining me last week as I made this important announcement. And I will also be announcing another step very soon in reducing our carbon dioxide emissions, because Trimet is part of the solution in addressing climate change here in our region. Now I would like to just stop and ask Trimet's Manager of Service Performance and Analysis, Miles Crumley, to present to you very briefly our community and our quarterly performance report. Miles?
Woo-hoo. Where's Miles? Bring him in. There he is. Oh, look, he's got a bus behind him. Look how nice.
Miles, would you like to share the slides, or do you want me to run through the ones I have on the PDF?
If you can run through the PDF.
Well, I'll say this much. They're certainly politically correct these days, aren't they?
Great.
Okay.
Not always this blurry, it's just the bus behind me, isn't it?
Satisfied.
Okay.
Satisfied riders deliver safe.
Good morning, Trimet Board. I'm here to present the first quarter 2021 quarterly performance report at Trimet. This is covering the months of January, February, and March. Just to bring us up to speed, during this period, we still, previous statistics looked at the pandemic, civil unrest, wildfires, and our sustained loss of ridership, right around 60%. Additionally, in February, there was a big snow and ice storm here in the Portland metro region, which also had an impact on some of our indicators. Next slide, please. West on-time bus max and West on-time performance is presented here. Bus on-time performance was up during the January, February, and March period by about 3.2%. Max and West, we did see a slight decrease in percentage points between last year this time and our current quarter that we're discussing. We are observing that there is increased traffic out on the roadways.
No shit.
So this is going to have an impact not only on how our bus service operates, but also on the rail service. Additionally, the weather event during February also had an impact on our overall on-time performance. Slide, please.
I question those figures, by the way.
Bus fixed route operator complaints. Again, as I said when I presented this last time, the change between last year and where we are now, I would consider this flat. We did have an increase during the pandemic related to some policies that we put out related to COVID. However, what we're seeing is that the number of complaints overall is starting to normalize to where they were pre-pandemic. Max operator complaints, we are starting to see a decrease in operator complaints, just slightly. Again, with more riders starting to come back and us returning to normal service, we do expect that this number should begin to flatten out over a period.
How does a max operator get a complaint? They're not even interacting with the riders. I mean, I don't even understand. How can you complain about a max operator? The train's either moving or not. Oh, the real rule violation! This was Kelsey's big thing. Oh, look, it went up. Look, up, down, up, up, up.
Rail rule violations. We did see a slight uptick between not only between Q4 2020 and Q1 2021, but also between Q1 2020 as well. Rail, which is actually not necessarily a bad thing. We are having more rail operators
Woo.
begin to actually work on the rail side. And so with new people, we do see a slight uptick in railroad violations, but we do expect this to flatten out over time. Lift miles between roll calls has seen a sharp decrease between last year, 2020, and Q1 2021. Lyft, again, they're providing a different type of service because of the pandemic, and some of the high drivers in low mean distance between failure is related to the vehicle type. The older vehicles that Lyft uses have more capacity available to them. They also tend to be, because they're older, not as reliable. So in order for us to meet the distancing requirements for running these vehicles.
Basically, it's been the same since 2016. No change. Lost service.
Bus fixed route lost service. We did see a slight improvement between last year, 2020, and Q1 2021. We did do some comparison to some peers, and we expect mean distance between failure to be somewhere between 10 and 12,000 miles. The number being at 11,000 is perfectly right on target with what we would expect for bus mean distance between failures.
Yeah, whatever. Who knows what it really means.
Max mean distance between failure, we did see a decrease in mean distance between failure.
You know, but look, it's basically, well, since 2016, yeah, these are it.
They're on the max side.
I don't listen to the max calls anymore. I don't have time.
The Rail Equipment Maintenance Department has been working very diligently to solve some propulsion issues that we were having in previous quarters. Now we're also beginning to chase down some issues with the friction brakes, some car body issues, and with the communication system. So this number may bounce around over the next couple of quarters. Fixed route bus collisions, we did see an increase. Overall, things are starting to return back to how they were pre-pandemic. And so while the number presented in 2020...
Well, actually, that's been pretty constant, too. If you take the average here, you see that it's pretty average. It would be right about here, I would imagine. 4 collisions per 100,000.
2020 was a lot higher than it was in 2021. The increase that we are seeing is related to the increased traffic on the roadways. Same thing with max light rail collisions. Again, there aren't as many max light rail collisions based on the amount of miles, and so small changes or small increases.
I don't know. There's a lot of cars versus max. It seems constant. It seems like there's constantly cars hitting max.
Will make this number seem a lot bigger than it really is. Again, we are seeing an upward trend. It's related back to the increase in just car traffic on the roadways. That's it. Are there any questions?
Sandy wants to see if the board has any questions at this time, or you want to keep going?
Let me keep going, and then what we'll do, President Warner, we'll come back, and if the board has any questions, we'll be able to address them.
Okay.
So Miles, thank you very much. Really appreciate all your work. I know that you and Brett and Nathan has done really good work there. Also want to just thank our transportation and maintenance departments for coming in. And President Warner and board, I really want to also call a shout out to our Trimet ticket office personnel. They come to work every day, and they're kind of behind the scenes, and I had the opportunity to go down and meet with them, and I just want to say, what a great group of folks that's really dedicated to our mission, and they have been here every single day over this last 12 months. So I want to thank them and very much.
Yeah, give them a bonus.
I want to move into the best part of the update this morning, and would like to recognize some of our Trimet employees
let's see 'em.
who are the best of the best that's out there. Late last month, I had the honor of attending a virtual ceremony honoring our 2021 Operators of the Year. Our operators are the heart and soul of Trimet, and they really kept our service rolling through the extraordinary times that we had over the last 12 months.
Yeah, what'd you do for them? Nothing. Nothing. You're at home drawing your fat stacks. They're out in the field. You got a bonus because you didn't have to go to work anymore. The entire management structure got a bonus because they didn't have to go to work. The people that had to go to work got nothing.
Months, but I want to say to all operators that really thank you for your hard work, your
Why
dedication.
don't you show some love for them by giving them a little bonus? That's how you show your concern. You know, that's how you do it. We see here you're handing out hundreds of millions of dollars in pork. You can't come up with like $1,000 each for your operators. It's just sad.
The perseverance, really want to just thank you for helping our runners go about their lives.
Sure you do.
And you operating with safety and courtesy at the core of what you do. A big part of the reason Trimet is considered one
$1,000 bonus for every operator would be $1,500, $1.5 million. You can't come up with that for your operators. That's pathetic. Of course you can. You spend more than that on, just look at any board meeting. It's like, oh my God, it's so disrespectful.
One of the best transit agencies in the country.
Yeah, sure.
Is because of you. And you.
One of the best in the country. Yeah, sure it is. Right. Just because you say it is, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They make us proud every single day. So.
They're not world-class transit, folks. I'm sorry to have to break the news to you. Trimet is not world-class transit. You want world-class transit, you go to Chicago, you go to New York, you go to Boston, Philadelphia. This is not world-class transit, people. I'm just sorry. It's just not.
Among those receiving special recognitions today are those Operators of the Year. These are the operators who demonstrate superior safety, customer service, and job performance. And they are nominated.
These are the operators that are the most popular. Think of your high school, what do they call it? I forgot. The guy that was president of the high school, or the girl. The popularity contest. Okay, the best drivers that I know of never got these awards. Like Cindy Kassab, for example. She's never got this award that I can remember. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I know Linda Harris never did, and she was the first Gold Grandmaster female operator, fantastic operator. She never got it because she wasn't popular. She didn't schmooze with everybody.
Throughout the year, and the winners are really selected by a vote of their peers. So, board, please join me in congratulating our Bus Operator of the Year, Tim Maxey.
Let's hear him.
Our mini-run or part-time Bus Operator of the Year, Herbert Lockett. And our Rail Operator of the Year, Jonathan Ford.
Let's hear it.
They are all with us here today.
Let's see him.
And I would like to just start off with each one of them to say a few words about what this honor means to you. So let's start off with Operator Maxey.
Okay, come on. See, when I was working there, Tom Hall got Operator of the Year, and I tried so hard to get him to do some activism at this. I really wanted him to be an activist. He had the opportunity, like Steve Fung was a real activist when he got the opportunity to speak in front of these people. He really did some activist heavyweight shit. He's the only one I know who won one of these awards that actually was an activist when he appeared before these people, and he actually went to the board meeting and spoke.
Means a lot to me to represent all of the operators here
Where is
at
he?
Trimet.
Oh, there he is.
I've met with a lot of operators at all garages because I've worked at all garages, so it's good to represent everyone.
Okay.
Well, congratulations, sir, to you. Really appreciate what you've done for us.
No activism.
So I'll move on, and
That's
I
it?
will introduce Operator Lockett. How about you? What does this mean for you?
Come on, come on, come on. Where's Lockett?
Sam, I do not see Operator Lockett in the list.
Operator Lockett's not there.
Okay, well, we'll congratulate him.
Okay, well, there you go. That's kind of activism right there. He didn't show up.
Here at the end. Let's move on to Operator Horde. How about you?
Operator Horde, calling Operator.
I would just like to thank all my fellow employees. I'm just very thankful for
Where
this
is he?
honor and
That's a
also
camera
for this
angle.
job.
Look at the camera angle. From way up on top there. Come on.
And I realized through this past year that things have been difficult and
I think I know
there's
that
always
guy.
room for improvement, and I'm going to continue to improve this job. So thank you.
Again,
Hold on, we got a call coming in.
I'm on the air from 1800 to 0200. I'm assigned to monitor the changeovers going on at Pal Garage, so I'll be at that location for the evening.
Why'd you send me that, Jason? What the hell is that?
9122. 9122. I'm on the air from 1800 to...
Well, who cares about that, Jason?
thank you all for your hard work, for your dedication, and just congratulations. You've earned this. I really appreciate you. So, Director Moore, I'll pause here and point out.
We have 3 resolutions that were included in your virtual packet, and I would like us to take action on those resolutions, and I believe they could all be done as one motion. But the first resolution is Resolution 21-06-25, which is
See, we had a little Pooty. I was sure they were going to see over here on the right. I was sure. Usually they delete our chat, so this is the first time they haven't deleted our chat. Still here. There's still time for them to delete it. I'll give you credit, Trimet. You're impressing me that you're actually not censoring us. It's amazing to see. Pooty cracks me up, man. What, he's so funny.
recognizing Tim Maxey as Trimet's 2021 Bus Operator of the Year. And then Resolution 21-06-26, which is recognizing and commending Herbert Lockett as Trimet's 2021 Mini Run Operator of the Year. And then finally, Resolution 21-06-27, which is commending Johnson Ward as Trimet's 2021 Rail Operator of the Year. And I just want to say thank you to everybody also. And is there a motion to approve those 3 resolutions?
So moved, Linda.
Okay.
The second, Keith.
All right. Any discussion by the board?
This is Lori. I just want to say thank you. This is, in the time I've been on the board, this is one of my favorite things, is getting to meet the operators of the year. And I'm just really sorry we can't meet you in person and shake your hands. And thank you for all that you do. You please know you're the face of Trimet to the community, and that's just so important. And I know sometimes the board members have bragged about their experiences driving buses. I've never driven a bus.
What board member has driven a bus? I don't remember any board member that's driven a bus. Okay. Oh, you mean like in the yard or something? Some public relations thing?
And as I've said in the past, we're all better off because I have never driven a bus.
Yes, Lori.
But please know, I am just so grateful.
Now, I was expecting Lori to be the chairman of the new board because she's the vice chairman at the moment. And she's not going to be the chairman of the board. It's going to be Linda Simmons. That's a little odd to me.
for all of your hard work and all of your.
I wanted Ozzy to be the chairman. That's who I wanted. Now, he would have made a good chairman of the board. That would have been interesting to watch. But Ozzy's just a flunky, just like us.
Accomplishments.
Well said, Director Bauman. Anybody else?
No,
All right.
just want to echo the sentiments.
Oh,
Thank you
Ozzy,
so much for
Ozzy.
your dedication, your service. You are clearly the backbone and
I just want everybody to know that the Twitter club's favorite is Ozzy, even though he considers us, what was the word? Sewer rats. We still love him.
the front line of the way the public feels and experiences this service. So thank you so much for the work you do, and I wish we could shake your hand.
Of course you could. If he's vaccinated, if you're vaccinated, we don't have to play this game anymore.
I just want to say thank you to all three of you for this public service. You are the people that get the job done and provide the service for everybody that they expect, and we appreciate and want to thank you, especially over this last year. It's been a tough year for everybody. And again, thanks. So,
No, it has not been a tough year for everybody. Stop saying that. The entire executive staff of Trimet and the executive staff of everywhere got to stay home and have made money without doing anything. It has not been a tough year for everybody. Stop saying that.
so with that, I'm going to call for a vote on the motion.
President Warner, if I could, please.
Connie.
Please.
And I just want to echo the previous comments of the directors that thank you so very much.
Why is Keith
As
wearing a
Director
goddamn
Obama
bow
said, you are
tie?
the face of TriMet. That's what people see every day, and you represent us so very well. Above and beyond your regular duties as an employee. So thank you very much.
All right. Did I miss any board member who wanted to say anything? I didn't mean to move too fast there. Okay, hearing no more, I'm going to call the question then. All those in favor of the motion to approve these three resolutions, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the motion is approved unanimously. And I assume, General Manager Kasu, that these folks will get a copy of these resolutions when they're signed. So,
Absolutely, President Warner. We'll get them all for the documentation.
great. Thank you again for your service. It's greatly appreciated. Sam, why don't you continue on if you've got something more?
Yes, just one other thing. Wanted to let all of our operators thank you. Thank you for being here with us this morning. President Warren wanted to go back to the public comment that was made earlier by one of the individuals about our Region 1 and Region 2 lift paratransit. So as I come into office and kind of get settled into the position, we are assessing our paratransit ridership currently, and we will add capacity when we need it. I do have our director of paratransit, Margot Moore, and her manager, Eileen, that's on, and I wanted to just go to them if there's anything else that I've missed here that you would like to add. Margot?
How come I can't comment on this? Come on.
I'm in here. I'm just a brief note that our contract with First Transit, which is our current contractor, is a human resource contract, so we really look to them to determine what staffing levels need to be to make service for us. And we haven't seen that increase in ridership in order to provide efficient service, so we're continuing to work with our contractors to ensure that they are staffing appropriately. And we will continue, that contract is ending. So if the board passes the resolution for the new contractor today, we will work steadfastly with that contractor to ensure adequate staffing.
What?
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yes, that was a non-answer.
And with that, President Warner,
Who's Margot Moore?
that concludes my report this morning.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, I think we've had enough of that for one day. Anything else we want to talk about? Nah. Over and out.